Your kindness might be the very thing ruining your life, and no one has the courage to tell you. You were taught that being kind is always good. Give more, please people, never say no, put everyone else first. And so you did, and somewhere along the way, you noticed something disturbing. The more you gave, the less you were valued. The kinder you were, the more you were taken for granted, used, and quietly disrespected. It felt like a cruel joke. You did everything right, and it made your life worse. Here's the truth the Stoics understood, and almost no one will say out loud. Kindness without strength isn't a virtue. It's a weakness that the world will punish. There is a world of difference between the kindness of a strong person who chooses to give and the niceness of a weak person who gives out of fear. And that second kind will slowly destroy you. In the next 20 minutes, I'll show you 9 brutal ways your kindness is ruining your life, and what the Stoics understood about making kindness a strength instead of a wound. This one will sting. Let's begin. Let's be clear about something before we start, because it matters. This is not an argument against kindness. It's an argument against a counterfeit that wears kindness like a mask. The Stoics were kind people. Marcus Aurelius urged patience and generosity toward everyone, but their kindness came from strength. It was a choice made by someone who could say no, who had boundaries, who respected himself. What ruins people is the other thing. The compulsive, boundaryless people-pleasing that comes from fear. Fear of conflict, fear of disapproval, fear of not being liked. That isn't virtue. It's self-abandonment dressed up as goodness, and the world can tell the difference, even when you can't. It respects kindness from strength, and it exploits kindness from weakness. So as we go through these 9 ways, understand, the goal is not to make you colder, it's to make you stronger, so your kindness finally becomes something the world can't use against you. Here is the first way it's hurting you. The first brutal truth is the one you felt but couldn't explain. The more endlessly you give, the less people respect you. It seems backwards. You'd think generosity would earn admiration, but watch what actually happens. When you always say yes, always accommodate, always put yourself last, people don't see a saint. They see someone with no spine, someone whose kindness costs them nothing to give and is therefore worth nothing to receive. The Stoics understood that respect is tied to self-respect. People take you at the value you place on yourself, and endless self-sacrifice signals that you value yourself very little. This is the cruel mechanism at the heart of it all. Your worth, in other people's eyes, drops in proportion to how much of yourself you give away for free. The person who bends for everyone gets valued by no one. And the respect you were trying to earn through kindness is the very thing your boundaryless kindness destroys. The fix isn't to stop being kind. It's to make your kindness valuable by having limits, by being someone who can say no, by respecting yourself first. When your yes is not guaranteed, it finally means something. And the next way is who your weakness attracts. The second brutal way is about the kind of people your kindness draws to you. The takers find you first. Boundaryless kindness is a signal, and predators read it instantly. The person who can't say no, who gives endlessly, who fears conflict, is exactly the person a manipulator is looking for. While others might push back, you won't. While others have limits, you don't. So you become a magnet for the users, the guilt trippers, the ones who take and give nothing back. The Stoics were sharp judges of character. They knew that not everyone deserves your generosity, and that giving indiscriminately is an invitation to be exploited. This is how the kindest people so often end up surrounded by the worst people. It isn't bad luck. It's that unlimited kindness selects for takers. The givers you'd want in your life are repelled by the imbalance, while the users are drawn straight to it. Your open door lets in exactly the people who will rob you. The answer is discernment, a very Stoic virtue. Be kind, but not blind. Give to those who value it, and withdraw from those who exploit it. Kindness without judgment isn't goodness. It's an open wound, and the next way is what all that taking does to you. The third brutal way is what your endless giving does to your own well. It empties you and fills you with a resentment you're ashamed to admit. You can't pour endlessly from a cup that never gets refilled. When you give and give, your time, your energy, your care, with no limits and no return, you run dry. And here's the part no one warns you about. The exhaustion curdles into resentment. You start to quietly resent the people you're helping, even as you keep helping them, because some part of you knows you're being drained. Seneca warned that we waste our lives on things that don't deserve us, and nothing drains a life faster than giving without limit to people who take without gratitude. This is the bitter irony of the people-pleaser. They end up feeling exactly the opposite of the loving person they're trying to be. Underneath the endless yes is a growing bitterness at others for taking and at themselves for allowing it. Kindness that isn't balanced by self-care doesn't make you loving. It makes you a burnt-out or resentful shell. Real kindness requires a full cup. Protect your energy, refill yourself, and give from abundance, not depletion. The Stoics knew you cannot serve others well from a self you've abandoned, and the next way is the self you're abandoning. The fourth brutal way is the quiet cost you pay in private to keep everyone else happy. You abandon yourself. When you always put others first, someone always comes last, and it's always you. Your needs, your goals, your rest, your dreams get pushed aside again and again because there's always someone else to please, always another demand to meet. The people pleaser lives entirely for others and never for themselves, and slowly their own life withers from neglect. The Stoics believed you have a duty to yourself, to develop your own character, to live your own life well, and that duty is not selfish. It's the foundation of a worthy existence. This is how kind people wake up one day and realize they've disappeared. They gave their years to everyone else's needs and forgot to build a life of their own. The resentment, the emptiness, the sense of having been used up, it all traces back to the same root. They treated everyone as important except themselves. You are allowed to matter in your own life. Meeting your own needs isn't selfishness. It's the precondition for being any good to anyone else. Fill your own life first and give from the overflow. And the next way is how the world starts to see you. The fifth brutal way is about your reputation. The silent story people tell about you. Endless niceness makes you look weak. Fair or not, the world reads boundaryless kindness as a lack of strength. The person who never pushes back, never disagrees, never stands their ground, is quietly filed away as someone who can be handled, overlooked, not taken seriously. The Stoics carried themselves with a dignity that commanded respect, precisely because it had a spine. Their kindness was backed by the visible strength to say no. Kindness with no strength behind it reads not as goodness but as timidity. And this shapes how people treat you in every part of life, at work, in relationships, in every negotiation of daily life. The one seen as strong gets respect, opportunity, and careful treatment. The one seen as merely nice gets passed over and pushed around. Your kindness, without strength, doesn't just fail to earn respect. It actively signals that there's no strength there to respect. The remedy is to let your strength show alongside your kindness. Be warm but have edges. Be generous but be someone who clearly could refuse. When people see both, your kindness becomes a choice, not a weakness. And the next way is the wall you never built. The sixth brutal way is structural. The more you please, the more your boundaries dissolve until you have none left. Every time you say yes when you mean no, every time you tolerate what you shouldn't, every time you let something slide to keep the peace, you erase another line, and a person with no boundaries has no shape. Others set the terms of your time, your energy, your life, because you've taught them there are no limits with you. The Stoics lived by firm principles and clear lines. They knew exactly what they would and would not accept, and that structure was the backbone of their whole character. Without boundaries, you don't belong to yourself anymore. You belong to whoever demands the most. Your day is filled with other people's priorities. Your life is shaped by other people's needs, and you wonder why you feel so powerless, so scattered, so used, when the truth is you gave away every line that would have protected you, one small "it's fine" at a time. Boundaries are not unkind. They are the framework that makes a self possible. Decide your limits and hold them calmly and without apology. That structure is where your power lives. And the next way is what your niceness does to your honesty. The seventh brutal way is one you'd never expect. Constant niceness slowly makes you dishonest. To keep everyone comfortable, the people pleaser hides their true thoughts. They agree when they don't agree. They smile when they're hurt. They say, "It's fine," when it isn't. Bit by bit, they bury their real feelings and opinions under a smooth surface of agreeableness. And that is a kind of lying, both to others and to themselves. The Stoics prized honesty and integrity. Marcus Aurelius urged himself to be straightforward and truthful, not to perform a false self for approval. This dishonesty poisons everything. Relationships built on your hidden resentment aren't real. Connections where you never show your true self aren't intimacy. And the buried feelings don't disappear. They fester and leak out as passive resentment or explode later in ways that damage everything. The nice mask doesn't protect your relationships. It hollows them out because no one is actually connecting with you, only with the pleasant fiction you present. Honesty, offered with tact, is the deeper kindness. Say what's true. Let people know the real you, including your disagreements and your limits. A relationship that can't survive your honesty was never real to begin with. And the next way is what your silence teaches others. The eighth brutal way is a lesson you're teaching without meaning to. Every time you accept bad treatment kindly, you train people to give you more of it. People learn how to treat you from what you allow. When someone crosses a line and you respond with a smile and an excuse for them, you've just taught them the line doesn't matter. When you absorb disrespect to avoid conflict, you've shown them there's no cost to disrespecting you. The Stoics understood that we are, in part, responsible for how others treat us, because we set the terms by what we tolerate. Endless kindness in the face of mistreatment isn't grace, it's instruction. This is how the kindest people end up the most mistreated. It's not that they attract bad behavior by accident, it's that they reward it again and again by responding to it with more kindness. And people, being people, do more of what gets rewarded. Your patience with mistreatment doesn't inspire others to be better. It teaches them they can be worse. The answer isn't cruelty, it's consequence. Calmly refuse to accept what shouldn't be accepted. Let there be a cost to crossing your lines. That's not unkind. It's how you teach the world to treat you well. And the final way is what it all costs you in the end. The ninth and final brutal way gathers up all the rest. In the end, boundaryless kindness quietly costs you the very life you wanted. Add it all together. The respect you never earned, the users who drained you, the burnout, the self-neglect, the reputation for weakness, the lost boundaries, the buried honesty, the mistreatment you trained people to give. Each one is a cost, and together, over years, they add up to a life half-lived, passed over for opportunities, surrounded by takers, exhausted, unseen, and quietly wondering where your own life went. The Stoics taught that we have one short life and a duty to live it well, not to sacrifice it, unasked and unthanked, on the altar of everyone else's comfort. This is the real tragedy of the endlessly nice person. They spend their one precious life making sure everyone else is comfortable and reach the end having never truly lived their own. They mistook self-erasure for virtue, and the world let them, because it was convenient. Their kindness didn't save them. It slowly cost them everything. But it doesn't have to end that way, because the cure was never to stop being kind. It was to become strong enough that your kindness is finally a gift you choose, not a wound you can't stop bleeding from. 9 brutal ways your kindness may be ruining your life, and one truth underneath all of them. Boundaryless kindness costs you respect. It attracts users, it drains you into resentment, it makes you neglect yourself, it makes you look weak, it dissolves your boundaries, it turns you into a liar, it teaches people to mistreat you. And in the end, it can quietly cost you your own life. But hear this clearly, because it's the whole point. The problem was never kindness. The problem was kindness without strength, the fearful, boundary-less people-pleasing that only wears kindness as a disguise. The Stoics were deeply kind. They were also strong, bounded and self-respecting, and that combination is what made their kindness a gift instead of a wound. Strength without kindness is cruelty. Kindness without strength is what we've just spent 20 minutes watching destroy people. The goal is both, so keep your good heart, but put a spine behind it. Have boundaries. Say no. Respect yourself first. Give to those who value it and withdraw from those who exploit it. Do that and your kindness stops being the thing that ruins your life and becomes the thing that, from a place of strength, finally makes it rich. If this resonated, subscribe and come back next time when we look at how to build the unshakable strength that real kindness requires. Until then, keep your kindness but never your weakness.